Week 56 of Reselling Online, and this week what I want to share with you is basically a retrospective view of how we've done for January. This week I was also away for 3 days, almost half the week, so what happened to the store, and also just showing you all the ins and outs, the ups and downs, and all the usual things. And of course, if you've got questions along the way, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Let's get into it. So as I mentioned, this week I was away for a few days. It hasn't really impacted the store. I'll show you all those details in a minute. Let's quickly go through the top 5 items that have sold. So top item number 1 was this Time Crisis G-Con 45. Now, funny story to this. I've actually sold this 4 times now because every time I've sold it, the person has never paid. And 4 different people, I kid you not. So finally sold it, the person finally paid, it's been sent out. This one came from the video game haul, and I picked this up for $4.50, been able to sell it for $150. I've come out with a profit of $121. Item number 2 was this StarCraft limited edition box set. Now this one I picked up from a garage sale for about $3.40. There's a few different items this week that have all gone out together. I sold this for $79, profited $66.33. After fees and postage, of course. They've paid postage, which worked out pretty good. Top item number 3 now, bit of a story to this one. This is some Lego Lord of the Rings figurines, and it's actually cost me $0 because I picked these up in a lot of Lego from the op shop, and I've already sold the Lego, and these were the leftovers that I separated out. So really there's no cost of goods for these. If I had to work them out, it probably works out to be about 13 cents, to be honest. I've sold them for $69, and they've actually gone overseas. I think it went to the UK. They've paid postage on top of this. That's why I've come out with $62.75 profit. The next item was another item from that garage sale that I picked up, and I picked these up about a couple of months ago when I've just been sitting on them and hadn't got around to listing them. This was a World of Warcraft collector's edition, and I've sold it for $70 with postage, and I've come out with $55.73 profit. And exactly like the last one, top item number 5 is another World of Warcraft limited edition. Just to be clear, these are not brand new. Items are sealed, but the codes have been used, and you can get about $60 to $70 for these, or even up to $90 with the postage. Sold this for $70, profited $55.10 after fees and postage. So some of the lessons for this week has been really just reflecting on the last month also in general, but also just with the things that I'm trying to achieve, but also just by interacting with you guys and some of the things that have kind of come up and been in this space of what I've been thinking about. And the first one has been always be learning, right? I think I've been doing this for a good year now, and you're going to see how I've progressed over that year, but I think it's very important to realize that, you know, I've had to adjust, I've had to pivot, and that's point number 2. You need to pivot when it makes sense. If things aren't working, see what you can spice up, see what you can change. I'm not saying that you need to force this, but just being, I guess, aware of this, being self-aware of if things aren't working, what can you change? And this can be in all areas across, whether it's around how you're doing your postage, it could be how you're doing your sourcing, it could be how you're doing your sending, it could be how you're doing your listings, and adjusting and finding better ways of doing things. Little things such as, which I will be releasing a video on, is how I'm now doing my DVDs when I send them via post. I'm no longer doing things that I used to do back in the day, and making those adjustments and how that actually makes a bigger change or a better change for your business. Number 3 is remember to zoom out, and I touched on this last week. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. But maybe you're struggling with not getting the sales, maybe you're struggling with not understanding why aren't things working. Zoom out and actually have a better understanding of where's your highs, where's your lows, and how are you actually progressing, because maybe this week ain't all that bad. And the final lesson for this week, and also for the month, has been make it work for you. You do you. You know, sometimes this isn't going to be a full-time gig for you. What I'm doing isn't what you're going to be doing. You're just looking for a quick buck on the weekend, which is fine. Find what works for you, stick to it, and stick to your guns. You don't have to prove anything to no one except for you. So this week has been a pretty good week. It's above average, pretty solid. We've done 43 sales, so not a lot of sales. We've had an ASP of $33, so I'm below that $40 mark. Our margin being around 70%. We've only had a cost of goods costing $82, and revenue is coming at $1,417 with a profit of just shy of $1,000. If you have a look and see over at the average cycle time, we're sitting at 72 days, which is actually quite long, which tells me I've been able to sell some of the stuff that hasn't been moving for a long period of time. And as you can see, here's all the items that I've been selling. Progress over time, this is a great one to reflect on, and I know a lot of you have appreciated it, showing me what the average week is, what's my highest week and what's my lowest week. So when I actually have my week, I can see where am I actually, and I'm in the dead center middle. You know, this week being around 1,400, we're actually pretty solid in the middle. Listings and sales, you can see we've progressed continually showing up with the consistency. I've done 104 listings this week. For some reason, I thought I had done 105. Looks like I've stuffed up one there somewhere. So just shy of the 105 target. Sold 43, average being 14.85 listings per day, and sales about 6 per day. The roller coaster ride. Now, if you didn't see last week's video as well, that was what the whole episode was about roller coasters and how to manage it. But this week has been a lot better. You can see it's steadily climbing and staying consistent. So a lot more, I guess, mentally managed week. And I was away for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, yet still had some pretty big sales. So just made sure that I had listings going up, whether it was relists or whether it was just some new items. I didn't do, close down store or anything like that. I just kept things turning over because I don't have to send stuff anyway till Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So how are we progressing from a milestones perspective? Well, we've hit $60,000. We're actually at $60,845. Milestone, the next milestone is 75,000, which we're so close to hitting. Now, from a 2022 perspective, wow, this is where things get interesting. Profit-wise, I have a goal for $60,000. Now, I'm currently at 11%. From an ASP perspective, we're aiming for $40. Now, of course, this is stuff that I've sold in 2022, but not stuff I've listed in 2022. So this is also including DVDs that I've listed from last year and things like that. So it does make it a bit more of a challenge. I might have to do a compare to show you the stuff that I've actually sourced this year and sold this year to help you understand, is that actually working? So we are averaging around a $36 sale price, which ain't too bad. Revenue wise, we are at $9,450 for 2022, profit $6,655, and sales we've done 258, and we're averaging 7 per day. So a quick show and tell, and then we're going to jump in and see some of the stuff around the month.
All right, team, so it is Wednesday and just packing up some things that are going out. So we've got a whole bunch of DVDs and whatnot, as you can see here. Just everyday kind of items going out. Got some Lego. This has gone for $69 plus postage all the way over to the UK. That was from that lot I got the other couple of weeks ago. A couple of books, they went for 36. This guy went for 22, I think it was. This guy's gone for 27 or 19. I can't remember. I think it's 27. Actually, it might only be 19. Funny story about this one is, this is one of the first items I ever purchased, and I would never buy it again, but I got it for $1, and I've sold it for, I think it was $12 plus $9 or something. I don't know, but it works out about 19 bucks, I think it was. Yeah, would never do it again, but it just goes to show how far I've come. Sold this guy for $37, and sold this guy for a flat 60, I think it was, or 50 or 60. Actually, it was 50 plus $15 postage. So a few different things going out. Also got this watch going out as well, which has gone for 65. So pretty good, guys. Good variety. Let's back it up. All right, team, a couple of things going out. This is Friday, just a last minute mail run just before I head away for the weekend. I've got a DVD, Goosebumps, Collector's Edition StarCraft. That one for about 99 bucks. A couple of Dragon Ball Z Tarzos and this mathematics sealed book. Got 59 bucks for that one. So pretty good, team. All right, you have a good weekend.
I'm going to show you the perspective. It ain't too bad. Look, once again, this perspective helps me see where I'm at. How does this compare, to make sure that I'm not getting so stuck into my head? And this is where we have ranked for this week, for week 56. This is based off profit. Right, so a month view, and I've changed it up. I'm not doing a separate video on this. I figured I'll just keep it short and sharp and keep you guys in the same flow so you can understand how I've progressed for the month. Looking back into January, it was my best month. It was my biggest month. It's been an incredible month. Sales 217, ASP was $37, so we missed that $40 target. Margin though was 70%. Cost of goods $447, revenue $8,079, with a profit of $5,681 after fees and postage, which you can see fees and postage there on the side of what I've paid. Postage is what I've paid out of my pocket, not what I've paid in total. From a January deep dive view, you can see what has been selling, and this is from a profit sorted view. You can see video games have been the top items, then Lego, which is where I was managed to sell that big bulk lot of Lego at the start of the month. DVDs, books, electronics, and then we scroll down. But it's been an incredible month of growth, an incredible month of just learning and trying new things. But also, I've added this ASP here on the side. You can have a look and see what items are selling higher in the ASP target. Obviously, video games have been a great one for this month, but this does not mean this is what I'll get for next month, and it doesn't dictate that. All it means is that this is what went well this month, and will it work next month? Well, it all depends on what I'm sourcing, what I'm selling, and of course, me putting in the work. Here is a zoomed out view of 1 year on. So you can see January 2021, when I started this, I sold 30 items in my first month with a total profit of only $630. Jump down to January 2022, we've done literally 217 items. We have a profit of 5,681, and we have almost 8 times in terms of revenue. So just goes to show, when you put in the effort, put in the consistency, continuing to learn, to pivot and adjust and take those lessons and apply, you can get some pretty good progress too. And you can see all the stats there, you can dive in for yourself, but I've got a visual view of this as well, so you can see that mountain that we've been climbing and that roller coaster. And we've had some pretty good months mid-year, and then we dived down because of lockdown, but then I was able to charge back up as soon as we opened back up. So it has been a journey. So just some fun facts for January 2022, 462 items listed. The average daily revenue was $260.63, and I averaged a cycle time of 59 days, which means it took almost 60 days to sell each item I was selling, which is not really that good. One thing I do want to always make sure that you see and understand is my business view. Now, I'm doing this full time, so I need to have an accounting view of this. And what I mean by that is a lot of the stuff we show here, or I've been showing, has been the eBay view in terms of, what did the item cost me? I sent it for how much, and what was the in between? Well, there's also expenses outside of this. There's postage supplies, storage supplies, stationery, things to just keep the business operating. Here you can see what I've been spending, how I've been spending, and I've been leveraging the profit first process. Now, this is, once again, this is not advice. This is not exactly to the dot. Sometimes it has shuffled in terms of percentage allocations because I try to increase that as I progress. But essentially what happens when the money comes in, I divvy it up into 40% operating expenses. So that's what I have to use for the next week or the next month. Profits goes into a quarterly dividend. Owner's pay is what comes to my pocket on a weekly basis, but I pay myself on a monthly basis. And tax is what I'm putting away to pay the tax man. And as you can see, January was my best month ever in terms of managing all these additional expenses on top of what we've already gone through. So we've come out with a profit of $4,072, which ain't too bad, but of course that gets divvied up, broken down into the operating expenses, tax, and all that jazz, because I've got to keep the cash flow and saving for all those different things that will come up in the business. I highly encourage you to go check out Profit First. You don't have to follow it to the dot, but there is definitely some big lessons there that you can learn from. And if you want to do that, jump down below and there is a link there for you. It was a game changer for me and enabled me to really make sure I'm doing this business as a lean, mean machine, and it's enabled me to have a better profit. That's the whole point. So there you go. That is this week, guys. And like I said, I wanted to really make sure I'm just including the monthly details for you as well, so that you can understand how I've been progressing and what's been happening. And of course, if you've got questions about this, please do let me know. And I want to say a big thank you for everyone that has been reaching out. I've had a few calls with some people. I've had some people send some amazing messages and just ask the right questions. And that's what you need to do. If you're still learning and you're not sure and you're maybe you're not feeling the confidence, ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and there's plenty of people in this community that will be willing to help. And it's all about learning, trying new things, and also having a lot of fun along the way. So appreciate you all, and appreciate all your support. Really do appreciate it. And of course, if you do enjoy this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao.